Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. Rodgers now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Rodgers to throw once more. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Now Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Lawrence buying time to his left. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he'll get this this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Touchdown! Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a Packers touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send us away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 2nd and 2, Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just
got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Rodgers now on first down. He's got a man, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown! That's caught. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have moved out in front. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position. Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth. Lawrence. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 92 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. A check down here to Jones. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to...
Oh, tackle this nigga, bro. Golly.
When you scored points,
tackle the nigga, dog.
Better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Golly.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
Oh, tackle the nigga.
Tasker in the business, the coach.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Lawrence. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Let's do it.
That's into double coverage and intercepted.
Let's go.
Picked off at the 16.
Go, man.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open, now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers now to throw. His throw incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see.
The book.
For the second
Let's
half.
go.
To return, here's Agnew. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control.
This game shouldn't be close.
Keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
Kenny Clark.
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it looked like he got the feet down.
Jair just got beat, bro. What the word did he run?
Finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
How the word did Jair? Man, what Jair doing? Jair got beat in zone, bro. What the world?
Chance to get right back into this football game. ETN. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Let's go.
And he's going to be
Let's
stopped
go,
up
nigga.
right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Let's go,
As a
nigga.
defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop the
Jair,
line of scrimmage.
make it back up,
Go
Jair.
backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Come on, Jair.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And this
Let's
is going
go.
to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this money every money, nigga.
There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Free for a pig.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Jair. I'm finna say Jair.
Get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Hello?
Offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I'm in McCall Creek, snooking bill with Chris.
The momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last
They just at grandma's house playing a game, I think.
this small lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Yeah, I'm staying with her tonight.
That one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful
Yeah,
not to
we
force
will.
anything into coverage right there. There weren't really
All
any
right.
throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was
Come on, Arizona.
That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers add on to their lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Let's go, intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. It's his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
You know what?
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
That nigga just fumbled, bro. That nigga just fumbled.
I mean, they had control, had the football.
Look at this, bro.
Had to make
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
All from the save, bro.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
Crazy, leg. Got it, lazy.
And that is incomplete.
That receiver trash. I don't even know what receiver. He made pick up out of the team. They got him started.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. 2nd and 10.
He can't man all that up.
Rodgers going to throw.
No!
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Rodgers to throw once more. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chris Moore set to kick
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Lawrence throwing quickly out for Chark. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Robinson now off the option. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I threw a 500, 600.
Big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Flushed out right, looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Rodgers to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
Bro, that dude don't play on my team, bro.
DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Rodgers looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Lawrence. This is Robinson, and he's going to get some of that yardage back. Still doesn't have a 1st down, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. It's caught inside the 25. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A final shot now for Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile,